All right. Hello, everyone, and we're back to Tales of Aldha. Hope everybody's doing all right and having a good Monday. We're back. This is session 2, baby. You guys survived session 1, so that's really good.
We didn't die, yay.
Yay.
You guys
Yeah.
ready for some more?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
As I'm
Bring
sitting
me
here
the
just
violence.
chewing cough drops. All right.
ASMR.
Yep. That's that bear SMR right there. Um, Can you just imagine me just DMing with ASMR, like, as you look around the tree, you find a dog. All right. So, if everybody is comfortable with it, let's go around and introduce ourselves here in just a second. I do have one minor announcement before we get into it tonight. Divine Beasts will be off this weekend. We've got some stuff coming up. Life finds a way to get in the way, so we won't be playing. And as I'm sure that anybody in the audience might notice, we are missing somebody today. I will be assuming direct control of Drax. So I won't be able to put quite the charm and spin on things that Marlon does, but I'll do my best to at least keep him involved in scenes and keep things moving forward. Let's go ahead if you guys are cool with it. Let's perhaps introduce ourselves and our characters. Let's start with Flynn, if you would.
Hi, I'm Ray the Big O, and I'm playing Flynn Rancaster, the fighter. He's...
Thank you very much. Next up, would you like to introduce yourself, Hetty?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Odd. I will either be, if you see me typing in the chat, I go by Fern Lacewing here on Twitch. And my character is Hetty, and she is a half-orc warlock.
Thank you very much. Grom, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Stoic Victor, and I will be playing Grom Paladin.
Thank you very much. Okay, I guess I'll do the next one. Oh, fodder, no. I don't know if I'm ready for this. It's okay, little buddy. Oh, fodder, you inspire me. My name is Drax. I am played by usually Marlon, but it's Nick tonight. Wow, thanks, buddy. That was really good. Zell, would you like to go next?
That was perfect. I'm Ribbons. Hi all. I will be playing Zell, Halfling Ranger.
Joking aside, Drax is actually a hobgoblin artificer, so very interesting party dynamic composition here. I'm the Lord Baron. Some folks just call me Nick. I'm the guy who is fortunate enough to be running this game with these wonderful players here. Speaking of these players, we do have some channel point redeems, or Baron bucks, if you will. So everybody is allowed to carry over 1 full point of inspiration per session. They can have up to 3 at once. So if you're feeling generous with those channel points, you can throw it at them to help them out. They might need it. We'll see. You can also award them numbered inspiration die, which, they can add to their rolls, much like how guidance works. And if they have any left over at the end of the session, we can get a little bonus if they happen to remember to remind me. If you're feeling saucy, we can do a tarot card draw, see what they might draw and how it might help them. Tarot draws, I draw 3 off the top. You choose left, center, or right, and then I let you know what it is, and you choose who gets that boon. All right. So, as is tradition here at my table, since this is our second session, I'll kind of explain a little bit about my mentality into why I do this. I like to have my players do a recap of the session because, 1, it's fun, it's kind of interactive, and, it gets people into it. But 2, it's important for me as a storyteller to get a little insight into, what I say, because I'm looking at this broader view. But sometimes what really stands out to you guys is an unexpected thing for me. So it's very interesting of oh yeah, this happened, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what they focused on. Interesting. So, would anybody like to take take a recap of the last session in exchange for a point of inspiration.
All right, I can go.
The floor is
I'm gonna
yours.
do my best. All right, so all of us were heading to the city that I forgot the name of, and I'm gonna look at it really super fast. Belistrad.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on this caravan. We have a mixture of experienced adventurers, all mix of different experiences from novice to what appears to be pretty experienced. And we have 3 little coaches, carriages that have some civilians on it, and we're all heading there. And after some very fun character development and buddy time and terrible, mysteriously blue stew, we that was arguably a greater danger to our health than the current altercation that we are in the middle of. Some bonds were kind of made, some stomach illness was had, and then we were on our way. And as we were on our way, we got attacked by some gnolls, and mostly gnolls, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we are on a road. The front of the caravan was stuck in a rut and slowed us down. And now we are surrounded, being attacked on the front of the caravan, and the back of the caravan, from what we can hear, is being attacked. And we have a very difficult choice to make and potentially sacrifices.
Excellent. Please take a point of inspiration. Is there
Sweet.
anything that anybody would like to add, something, even a minor detail that you think kind of stood out to you that you would like to brought up in the recap?
Sure. We, as part of our journey, we all shared a certain dream. Forgive me, I'm a little bit loopy tonight, but the
No
dream went through a variety of scenes, from a great city with vastly high walls and perched with cannons, to evergreen vistas, to some kind of great cavern in which we almost experienced some kind of terror as we beheld some creature with a fanged maw and just blood, and we're still coming to terms with what we saw and trying to figure out why we all shared this dream.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Anybody else?
Actually, something that it's probably not much, but one of the characters, I believe it was Giorgio, mentioned that somebody he knew got brought back to life at some point.
It was Cristiano. Is the nephew of Giorgio.
Yes.
And then
Okay, kind of backwards.
his uncle had been on an adventure where they fought hard to bring a friend back to life.
Ah, yes, the quest to find the ring that would return Eldon. Eldon's ring. All right. So, thank you very much for that recap. I thought that was wonderful. Was there anything else anybody wanted to add? Are we set to go?
I suppose just that we've, outside of our own little party, we also met the likes of Anselm, a very nice man with a family and a dog, and who fought alongside of us to defeat the initial horde of gnolls, as well as again Cristiano, the very nice Harengon. We do not know where he is, whether he's in the front caravan or the back. His whereabouts are unknown.
I want to save Cristiano. I want to save him so bad.
Well,
Don't say that, we're nicking you.
You guys like soldier stew?
Soldier stew is only bad if you fight it. Let it consume you.
All right.
Take a little soldier
Soldier stew is made out of
stew,
the
take a little
soldiers.
bit of you.
The real soldier stew was inside of us all along. All right. So, with that, let's go ahead and resume our tale with tonight's session. A peaceful trip through the forest of Ryland was shattered in an instant. The soft ambience of the woodland is now filled with deafening screams and the sound of a fierce battle on either side of you. But where you stand, victorious here in this moment against the ambush of Gnolls, you feel that fatigue. The pain from the wounds inflicted. Raspy breaths from the battle that you just won. Against greater odds, you've done it. You saved the center of the caravan. But this attack continues. The clock is ticking moment by moment. And there is an unspoken thought between the five of you. Anselm gathers himself up, shouting that you need to find a way to help the others, that there's no time to reach both. Perhaps he could go to one, you could go to the other, but you'll have to decide where you're heading, to the front or to the back. And as I'd mentioned, to simulate that time is of the essence, you have a moment to discuss it. But I quite mean just a few moments, as I'm setting the clock for 3 minutes. So, what are you going to do?
So I'm thinking that I'm going to see if this guy on the horse can actually drive the carriage and let him take the carriage, and then we'll go to the front one, since it's unstuck and we can't turn the carriages around, and just get that one free and have him drive the second cart forward, and let's just get out of here. Anyone else have any ideas better than that? I am all ears.
I think I can drive it, yes. And you see he kind of takes the reins,
All right.
hands quaking with fear.
All right. Sweet. I'm going to go ahead and get off the carriage then. Or unless anyone else has any different ideas. I don't want to, dictate stuff for us.
You're advocating to push to the front?
Yeah. The front one is free and we can't turn the carriages around anyway. So we just got to get out of here.
Just going to do something real quick here. Please continue.
We need to push up to the front. It's a sad state of affairs that the people in the back might end up being lost, but we need to save as many people as possible, and if we head back, there's no guarantee that the people we just saved are going to make it either. We need to clear a path and get everything moving.
Exactly. So what I think, you lot go forward, try to clear a path. I'll grab anyone I can and drag their ass to the front with me from the back.
All right. I don't feel too comfortable with you going alone. I do have an ability that can make me move a little faster. I can go with you, and I'll be able to help catch up to the front if we gotta.
Works for me. I'm a paladin. I can heal myself if need.
And you can see several of the survivors are kind of peeking out. As the guards had escorted most everybody in the center of the caravan is now actually in the two wagons. You, against all odds, managed to save everybody here, which I wasn't counting on. But, yes, it should be a fairly straightforward process of getting anybody in the immediate vicinity. Or were you saying that you wanted to fully split and go to the back?
I'm going towards the back. Anyone not coming with me needs to move to the front and try to break through, and I'm just gonna tag behind.
All right, Grom, I'm just gonna say, if things look hopeless, we got to turn back around to the front, okay?
That's
Come on.
fine,
Can't
but I'm
save
not
everyone.
willing to put up I'm not willing to leave without a fight. You don't marry an orc and get to live a soft life. Not that I
All
need
right.
to tell you that.
All right.
From Ansem, if you go that way, you guys will more or less be forfeiting your lives, probably.
Look, I'm just gonna look, and if it looks bad, I'm turning back around. Sorry, Grom.
Be that way as it is. I'm an old man. No one's gonna mourn me.
I will warn you.
And
Unless you survive, then I won't.
The graveyards are full of men who died trying to be heroes. Don't be stupid. We need to push up front. Save as many people as possible. You're
Drax.
just
why
throwing
you-
your lives away.
that's why you need to make an opening. We'll sift through.
Drax shakes his head. Says,
Oh.
I've seen a lot of good men throw their lives away. You got to be careful about this, Grom. We need to be focusing where we might save more folk.
I'm so
got-
sorry. I'm having second thoughts. We gotta push to the front. It sounds like a lot of enemies. And I'm hurt. Man, I'm hurt.
We've got one hurt. We've got one injured badly. We need to be focusing on staying as a group so we can stay stronger that way.
You are approached by Ansem as the time has run out. He looks to all of you and he rustles through his pack and he hands a small number of healing potions to each of you. You each get 2.
2 points of healing back.
2 potions
Or
of minor
2.
healing. So this is where, real
Okay.
quick, I'd like to pause to state a house rule that I have with potions.
Mm-hmm.
In battle, you can drink a potion as a bonus action and you roll 2d4 plus 2. If, however, you use an action to do it, you get the full 10 points back.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're out of battle, you can just choose to drink it and bam, every last drop you're back 10 HP. He looks around. I think that we're out of time. The screams, they're getting worse. I'm heading to the back. I don't know if the paragons guide me, but I just feel that I have to. And he goes and he turns and he stops for a moment. He says, if you see any other survivors, just keep them safe. These people, they've been traveling so long. We can't just let them fall to these fiends here. And if you see...
Right, I'm coming with you.
My thanks, friend. I can use any help I can get.
Real quick, can I tell like how banged up he is? Do I have a general idea?
Taking a look at him, he's taken a number of licks. He's still looking pretty good, but he's definitely taken some hits.
Now, I'm gonna immediately reach out and just kind of grab his shoulder, and I would like to use one of my lay on hands.
Okay, so lay on hands, you have a pool of HP. You can choose how much you would like to give him.
I think I'll give him 3 points.
All right. And you can see a couple of the wounds along his shoulder as you touch down. Blessed light kind of forming around it, and the blood dries, and the wound closes just a bit. My thanks, friend. The others, will you be all right without us?
You're really set on going back there, Grom. If it starts to look bad, both of you, get out of there.
Please.
Don't
do what
want
we can.
Really don't want any more people throwing their lives away needlessly.
It's just the end of a long one. Don't fret. Now, why isn't this carriage moving? He's gonna point towards the
Alright.
poor dude on the horse.
Okay. So the dude on the horse needs to get off the horse, right? Or
So he's while you guys are talking, he's kind of gotten down and he's going to go over and kind of sit up here as well. The carriage up ahead is
Yeah.
you can see that the wheels are starting to go. The low creak, barely audible above the cries echoing through the woodlands, but they're continuing along, and the carriage begins to move along as well.
Oop.
What's that saying about putting the carriage before the horse?
All right.
Right. To me then. Let's go. Ansem looks over to you, Grom. With a slight wince, Drax has a moment where he's torn. He steps back over to Grom and says, "You're really determined to do this, to throw your life away? We need to worry about saving more people."
And we'll save plenty if you can make a hole in their defenses and give us a way out.
Oh, God damn it, you stubborn old prick. You best not die on me, alright?
Grom's just gonna give him the finger before following Handsome.
Asshole. And begrudgingly, with a continued number of glances back at his traveling companion, Drax goes to join the others. What is Zell doing right now?
Zella is just watching the more experienced soldiers and just absolutely torn, almost speechless, not sure what to do herself. Flynn, what should I do? We can't just leave. We can't just leave him. What should I do? Should I move to the front? Or should I cover the rear end?
I don't know if I have a good answer for that. I feel like where they're going, if they're not very careful, that we may not see them again. But I think what I believe is that we must work to try to save as many people as possible and open a way out of this forest. It's a hard decision. There's no right answer.
I've seen
You
what
just-
these creatures could do to their victims. You're right, we have to save as many as we can.
Just have to hope that Grom has some sense in him, not to die out there. Hopefully he'll keep Ansem alive too, and we'll see him again. But yeah. Zell, Eddie, Drax, let's get moving. Gotta do the best
Yep.
we can.
Let's get out of here. And I say to the guy, careful of that rut they got stuck in. We don't want to get stuck too.
Right. Okay. And they kind of carefully navigate around it. And there's a moment where the fatigue from the battle seems to fade. You don't know if it's your conviction to see things through, to do what needs to be done. If it's simply adrenaline pumping through your system. But the wounds fade just a bit. You feel an inner strength coming out in your stride as you prepare for what's to come. And as you feel that inner strength coursing through you, you feel stronger from that experience of the last fight. You're all effectively level 2 now. And you can go ahead and cap your HP. And it's a good thing
what does
for
that mean?
Grom. Oh, you bring
it
your
to the
HP
max?
up to max.
Okay. Oh yeah.
As you have a moment marching forward, the second wind passes through like an invigorating breeze on a hot day. Now this is where I'm not sure if this is possible because I've never done this.
God bless you, Stoic. You are a psycho for splitting off from us. Godspeed, my man.
Alright. Give me just a second here, and I'm going to situate some people here.
These gnolls will learn to be wary of Grom the Red.
Alright. Give me just a second to, okay, so that's front. Rear is this. Oh, fuck.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So we basically flipped the map almost 180 of what it originally was, right?
So, I don't have too many maps, so yeah, I just kind of turned it a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
And then let me set you guys up here. Oh, and I also need to do this real quick, too. We're going to have a few people back here for you. Now, this one up here, we've got 4 guards, so let me pull these guys out. Thank you for bearing with me. My apologies.
Yeah.
I had no... Oh, no, you don't. I had no idea how this was going to go. And so it was impossible for me to necessarily pre-plan this, so...
All right.
Hell yeah.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna feed my cats really quick.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're doing it
Okay,
live
kitties.
mindset.
Okay. And this one should have you guys right there. Perfect. Boy, diggity. This just got to be a lot of moving pieces. I was like, oh, they're going to have to choose. I only have to set up one encounter. Ha ha, fucker!
You forget you have a psycho.
So this is the part where I don't know if what we're about to do is possible. So I'm just going to give this a shot. I'm going to try adding Drax here. And I'm going to see if I can run initiative on multiple maps. I've literally never tried this. All of my years of DMing, and you guys are throwing an absolute fucking first at me.
Oh.
Okay, now let's see if I go here.
God damn it, Stoic. Your character better fucking live through this. Him and Flynn have to get to know each other better over
Oh my
another pot
god.
of soldier stew.
Piping hot soldier stew.
Okay, so... Fuck. How do I do this? Can I rename this? What if I... Can I add a custom thing here? Okay. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do an optional set of rules for running hordes where those gnolls are all going to get a turn at once. And then I'm going to have to just go civvies, map 1. Guards, map 1. Okay, I need everybody to please roll initiative for me.
All right, here we go.
I didn't know this was possible, but here we go! Holy
Oh,
shit!
no.
Man, that was almost a nat
do
one.
this again.
Okay, I'm gonna get initiative for going for all this stuff, so bear with me. I'm going to just ask you your initiative in just a few moments, and I'll just need you to tell me. We're gonna go. Holy shit, dog. Okay. Add custom label, Gnolls map 2. Fuck. Gnoll Hunter map 2. Gnoll Leader map 2. Guards map 2. Okay. Oh, wait.
Oop.
Heb.
So Stoic's first character was a kobold named Rhyme Pib. He fought with flavored, kind of oversized cooking utensils.
Oh my gosh. Nixa. You know, I knew I was going to experience something new this game. I knew I was. Did I think it would be quite this new? Alright, so it looks like Flynn, can I get yours? 9?
Yeah, Flynn got a 9.
Okay, Zell got 15. Grom got a 6. Hetty, what was your initiative?
A 9.
9.
Did mine not show up on your screen?
I didn't see it now.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'll figure out a way to make sure it's connected.
Okay.
See it on mine.
So now I need to open up one metric shit ton of stat blocks. Thank you so much for bearing with me as I do this.
Yeah, of course.
I was not expect the unexpected, man. That's D&D, baby.
Yeah.
All right. If you would, Maestro, let's go for some combat.
Let's get the battle music. Yeah. You are correct about it.
Oh my gosh. There is so much happening right now. Okay, there's the Gnolls.
Here. We go.
Okay. Oh, and he's going to do that as well. Yep. Okay. And so let me set the stage here a little bit. Sorry, I got a little in my head right there.
It's all good.
I got a little carried away with all the moving parts. So it's not very long. The better part of a minute for those on carts as you're going forward until you come upon the next cart. And that one, as you kind of make it there, has terrified people surrounded. Several guards, weapons drawn. Some of the other experienced adventurers just kind of clashing with weapons against the Gnolls. There are Gnolls everywhere, roaring and growling. You can smell the stench of blood, and you can just hear the clashing of steel as it is just this chaotic moment of turmoil. To the others, Grom, you go back with Anselm. It takes a little bit longer. The two of you break into a jog, trying to get there. I'm actually going to need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Great. Constitution saving throw. Oh my god. Why am I roll so bad?
I do believe that you have a full team inspo. If you would like to use that right now, you should use it.
Yeah. Go ahead and use that roll again. Much better. Dirty 20.
Nice.
So, the jog begins to turn into a run. Fully dressed in armor, you just run, step by step, your breath quickening, and you can see arrows flying just above the canopies of the trees, and you know you have to get there. And against that fatigue set upon you, you push through, and you get there, arriving with Anselm, and you, Grom, see a bit of a different scene. Less people around the kind of tail end of the caravan. This one has some innocent folks inside of the actual wagon itself, but there's mostly supplies in there. But there's still a fair number of Gnolls there, and some running forward, saying, "We'll carve a path. Get ahead. The others are there." And swinging his weapons, brandishing them, manages to take out one Gnoll in just one quick action. All right, these guys are going to come forward. Oh, no. And attacking each of the guards, dealing just a kind of a quick little blow against them. This one is going to come up here. Oh, no, actually, no. This one's going to attack at Anselm. Does not work. Okay. And I think that's it. So the civilians in this map are going to try to get away. You can see terrified Grom. They kind of go for cover, and they try to call upon one guy who's here with the horses, and he's going to start driving them away. Unfortunately, that does provoke an attack of opportunity from one of the Gnolls here. Does catches one of the horses grazing its leg, and it whinnies out, but avoided what would have been an otherwise serious blow. Okay, that was map 1. Going over to the other part of the battlefield here. So these guys go forward, and they're just wielding long swords. These guys are going to go up and you can see they managed to take out one of them. Zell, you guys have just arrived with one of the carriages, kind of being escorted. The other one's just a little ways behind you. They've gotten out of the center of it, but as you arrive here, it is a chaotic field of battle. Arrows are flying, people are clashing, weapons drawn, the civilians are screaming. It is an overwhelming moment. What are you going to do? It is your turn.
Zell's going to keep an eye out for the Alpha or the Fang of this group, knowing she knows a little bit about Gnolls, so she's going to keep an eye out for that. But also she's going to move behind Flynn, and she's going to reach down and pick up a little pinch of dirt and trace an inverted V on his back and just cast Long Strider on him.
That was cool!
Oh, nice.
That'll give you plus 10 feet of movement. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
Could I just... Can I take a look over the battlefield and look for either like an Alpha or the leader of their group, if I can recognize them?
You're pretty sure this one up here would be functioning as the de facto leader of this troop.
Okay. And then that was my action. With my bonus action, could I cast Hunter's Mark on the leader?
Unfortunately, because you used your action to cast a spell, you can't bonus action spell.
I see. Okay. In that case, I will end my turn.
All right. Okay. Well, unfortunately, these guys were kind of near some civvies, but they do. That one misses. This one goes for a guard. This one goes for a guard. Yep, okay. Misses. Thank you for bearing with me as I just kind of do some mass rolls to get stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. So a few of the guards take some licks. As the gnolls just kind of all descend in, just some of the guards bringing their spears up and blocking as the gnolls just growl at them, a little bit of spittle coming out of their muzzle, and some of the more experienced adventurers deftly ducking through and countering when there's an opening. But then some of the other gnolls take aim and fanning out begin firing firing at some of the more experienced adventurers. Oh, we got one more here. Oh, whoops. Flynn, as arrows are flying, it is your turn. You see an opening to get in there, to help people, to defend them from these gnolls. The time to act is now. What are you going to do? Hetty, you're up next.
Feeling the spell that Zell just wrote on his back. He's just like, feel really light on my feet all of a sudden. Is that you, Zell?
Yeah, let me help you.
Thanks. Okay. Anybody that can't fight needs to get into a wagon and hunker down. Anybody that can fight needs to stop the gnolls from getting closer to the wagon. And anybody that can needs to try to get the archers. They're the most dangerous right now.
Some of the regular guards kind of, they don't seem to acknowledge you because they're really caught up in the fight, but the experienced adventurers kind of nod as they continue to watch and to assume a defensive stance as the battle rages on. All right, that is your free action. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn, Flynn?
To move Flynn 40 feet right in here amidst people, and I am going to take a quick moment to look around and assess all the possible threats. Out of view now, but okay. And I am going to take a shot with my crossbow on this gnoll right here.
Please roll to attack.
I am going to use one of my inspo to re-roll that.
Don't forget all the inspo you guys have been getting in chat. There's been a lot getting handed out, and I think you guys are going to need it.
I think I missed it. I know I don't.
Okay, so I re-rolled that, and it's a 21 now.
Roll for damage.
That is going to be 8 damage.
This one right here?
No, it is.
Oh, this one.
This one right here.
It is bloodied, and as the bolt sinks into its chest, a bit of blood spatters out, and it points the weapon and Kutmalaglash yells something, and all the others kind of turn and they're looking now at Flynn.
Okay, and that'll end my turn.
Perfect. All right. Hetty, Flynn has dashed in, and there are a lot of gnolls surrounding you guys. Many people at risk of being hurt in this attack as well. It is your turn. What are you going to do?
All right, so I have a quick question. There is this there's these like ridges, I guess. I'm putting the ruler on it. About how tall are they?
They're about, I would say, 8 to 10 feet tall.
8 to 10 feet. Okay. Okay, and am I able to make sure I'm getting this right? There's a guy in the trees over here. I can't feel like a grandma. I can't pin him. But he's on the right side of the map.
Over
in
here?
the shade of the trees. Can I see him? Yeah, that one. Can I see him or not?
I would say, let me see. Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat. Do you need me to read that?
Let me see something here. I think I should be able to pull that up real quick.
No.
All right, boom. Expeditious Retreat, excellent.
Okay. And then, so that is my action, and then I can move now?
That is actually a
Or
bonus
no.
action to cast that, so...
Okay, so should I move first and then cast?
Either way.
Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so then I guess I will move. What is my speed? I'm so sorry. I feel like a grandma. It's been an eventful day.
No worries.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of my 30 feet. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go for make sure that this guy can't sneak up on us, and then I'm gonna come around the back ultimately. So I'm going to 30 feet. Come on, here we go. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Cannot move my own token. I think that's okay. So I think that's as far as I can move. And is that my turn over?
And that'll well, you should be able to move further than that because you were right here, right?
Yeah. Okay. Is it 60 feet? Stop it! Hey, knock it off.
Cats.
Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah. Yeah, he's being real
So yeah,
naughty.
each one of these
Okay.
is 5 feet. So yeah, that would
Okay. Okay. I think I know.
probably get to about there.
Alrighty. And then that's the end of my turn, right?
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay.
As you dash off, Drax kind of sees you out of the corner of his eye and gives a nod and tips his hat, and he's going to come over, kind of following. And taking out and giving a little twirl of this wand, he kind of sets in this kind of orange-red crystal in. And he rolls a 14. This guy has... Has Drax gotten any inspo? I have not been watching that because I'm not used to needing to track that. Wait, no, I saw at least one full team
think
inspo,
so.
so I'm going to go ahead and re-roll that.
Oh, we have a full team inspo and individual?
Yep.
Okay.
So Drax pulls out the wand and goes to fire, and it's just kind of sort of a faint blast that kind of catches the Gnolls' attention as this burst of flame kind of catches on the tree, and the Gnoll looks up distracted as Drax tries to create a bit of an opening with a diversion for Hetty. Hey, Hetty.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you a favor.
What's up?
Can you point... So not the big guy. I want you to just ping any one of these Gnolls.
Okay.
Okay. Just any of them. Go ahead, ping them.
Oh. Okay, let's see if my grandma ass can figure how to ping.
So make sure
How
you're
do
on the control tool. On the left, it'll be the top one that looks like a little mouse pointer.
Okay.
And then just click and hold with the left button.
Gotcha. Okay. So any of these Gnolls in here? What about this guy right here?
Excellent. So, the good thing and the bad thing about that about that little feint is you just drew the death card. And so,
Oh,
as he tries to
Hey,
do this
that is-
little blast to distract it, a large part of the branch and the tree itself smoldering up, a part of it cracks and falls down. The gnoll looks up just in time, with a loud crunch, is crushed under the tree, and just blood spills
shit.
out underneath. And Drax kind of takes a moment, looks at it, looks down in amazement, and oh, that was on purpose, and kind of puts it back in its holster. That brings us over to Grom. Grom, it's a desperate fight to cut a path through for these ones here, but against all odds, you seem to be at least succeeding for now. What are you going to do?
So as he's running behind Handsome and breaks through, what sees him take one down immediately, he kind of mutters to himself, just, if there's ever been a time for your help, I could really use it about now, as he kind of like puts a hand up towards his neck, and the pendant dashed inside of his armor. And I would like to roll intimidation on all the gnolls.
Okay, please go ahead and roll.
Dirty 20.
what are you crying about?
I have a 15 plus my modifier 5.
Okay.
When he
The
First
smaller
challenge
ones
to-
all... Oh, tell you what, sell it to me. How are you intimidated?
as I burst through, I'm assuming sticks are kind of poking out of me. There's like garbage in my hair, and I just look wild as I throw my arms wide. Just, I'm going to kill you.
The smaller ones look up and begin slowly backing away in response to this rather loud shout that you just did. What I'm going to call for that is this one begins to back away, provoking an attack of opportunity. As does this one. As does this one. One of them gets away scot-free, the other takes a quick blow against it, and one, as it looks up, its eyes, wide orbs of terror in response to the loud call of yours, just right through the throat, when one of the guards kind of looking away as they jab forward with their spear. But the large one gives you a level look, and its muzzle curls up, bearing sharp fangs. Is it defiance? Amusement? You can't tell. I'm going to count that as your action because it did have results. Is there any movement and bonus action that you would like to take?
That's not the one. Maybe it is. I think I'm just going to move right over here and just brandish my weapons.
Excellent.
All right, ugly. Show me what you got.
And it does. Charging forward, its fangs bearing, but it curves up into this insidious grin, and it brandishes. Actually, it's going to stop right here. Let me see. Perfect. Okay, no, one more. The first one, it swings this glaive down with ferocity, and you just do that kind of like Aragorn sidestep, and it slams into the dirt, earth bursting up, and it whirls it around and goes for one more.
Thanks.
This time catching you in the side. Oh, you can feel the impact through your armor as you take 5 points of damage. Then it calls out. Tuthandu Kilag! It shouts out, and the Gnolls, all of them, backing away from you. They all kind of look to one another. You see their eyes widening, their mouths curling with fury, spittle kind of forming at their muzzle, and they all charge forward to the nearest target. And wildly brandishing their weapons in this strange berserker rage, ineffective. One, however, is going to take a shot, and against a guard, I think that does succeed. Oh, no, it doesn't. Wow. Good for you. All right. And that is its turn. This one steps forward. It's going to take a shot at Flynn. Flynn, are you down? It's 11 points of damage.
No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine.
So, Flynn, you charge forward, weapon drawn, and it just confidently stalks forward, pulls out this big, wicked longbow, and looses an arrow that catches you in the shoulder, but your armor stops it just short of piercing through in your shoulder. Ugh. And as you go through, another one's flying, and you sidestep just quickly enough that it catches the other one, just grazing by. You take 11 points. Fortunately, not fully going through your shoulder. It also says, and there's a lot more Gnolls on this map.
Oh, I hate all those high numbers.
Yep. Oh, God. One guard goes down. Another guard goes down. One civilian goes down. Fuck. How much HP does Drax have now? Okay. Drax takes a nasty hit from a spear, and it just like stabs into his shoulder and pulls on. Ugh. You see, and he's not looking good. And then that would also trigger this attack as well. The Nolan back goes to aim for Drax to try to finish him off, and instead hits the one in front of him.
Nice.
And we've got one more. And the last one just harmlessly flies over. Okay, but now it's actually their turn. And again, they try to reposition a bit, fanning out a little, trying to get a better view, but they just loose out a couple of arrows that don't really connect anywhere. Okay, the guards take a couple quick attacks. He's going to finish off this one. All right. And just in another roar, the guards, rallying themselves, seeing their fallen comrades, charge forward, spears drawn. There's a clash of weapons, the roar of gnolls, the spilling of blood. Back over where you are. The guards again try to rally, trying to keep everybody safe around them. That brings us back to the top of the round. One more goes down. Okay. All right, and the Gnolls continue their assault on everybody. Oh man, that's right. The civvies are just after them. That sucks. Well, cowabunga it is. However, as the Gnolls are kind of locked in combat against the guards, they try to break free and strike back, but easily parried aside, and even Drax, the Gnoll, goes to stab at him, and he grabs the spear and shoves it back a little bit. Get yourself out of my face. Now, the civvies are all going to disengage and just try to, like, run and climb into this wagon here. Many of them piling in. There are a couple of stragglers. And a couple of these guys that will just resolve this real quick. Okay. And so Zell, as once again, you take a breath, take a beat, steady yourself, and look around. The civilians are quickly getting back. Surprised as they were in this ambush, they're piling in. The guards, you've lost a few. Some people have fallen. But, oh, that reminds me, I need to roll something real quick. Okay, cool. But against all odds, you guys seem like you're winning. What are you going to do?
All right, first I'm going to move, take cover behind this shrub, this bush. I'd like to mark their leader with Hunter's Mark.
Let me check one thing real quick. So you cast Long Strider, yes?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is Long Strider concentration?
That is not
though?
concentration. You can go ahead and mark it. So you're marking the big guy?
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent.
And I'll take out the trusty longbow, and I'll attack with that.
Excellent. Please go ahead and roll that attack.
19.
That succeeds. Roll for damage.
Okay, so 10 plus the Hunter's Mark is 16.
Ooh.
Okay. As you conjure the Hunter's Mark, you just see this, like, symbol appear on its head, and you just carefully take aim and loose this arrow that arcs through the air and catches it in the shoulder, and it just rips it out and throws it to the ground. And you can see at the moment of impact, there's this pulse from the symbol that further racks its body with pain. You can see the wound opens up just a bit more, and it's looking directly at you with baleful eyes. Is there anything else you can do?
I just want to make a rude gesture at him. Something just like, then I'll end my turn.
Hell yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So, over here, Grom, you can see one of the guards. The Gnoll goes to stab at it with a spear, but he butts the attack away. And as he readies, he's just about to do like a counter thrust towards the exposed neck of the Gnoll. But then this arrow catches him in the throat. He falls to his knees. And that is his last. Bring us back. Flynn. Their numbers are thin. You've lost some. You've taken some hits. But the tide is turning in your favor. What are you going to do?
Flynn's just like a little battered, looking around. We've lost some people, but they've lost some of their numbers too. We have to push. We have to take them out. And with that yell, I'm going to use a bonus action, I think, to do second wind. Okay. And so D10 plus 2. I'm going to recover. Shit, I'm actually going to recover 12 health.
Nice.
Shit.
Excellent.
So I'm actually back up to full. And so now I'm going to charge up to this Gnoll. And we talked about this before, Nick, but for like absolute clarification, the one battle maneuver I have, do I call it out before I do my 2-hit roll, or can I call it out once I've done my 2-hit to like basically add the damage and effect to my attack roll before I've made my attack roll?
I'm not too particular. My biggest thing is I just don't like just before the attack is resolved. Like, don't like, okay, we hit, we roll damage. Oh, now I'd like to do it. Just as long as it's called out at some point of the intent of the attack. So you can roll the attack first, and if it hits, choose to use it at that time.
Yeah, Flynn's gonna like come in, kind of winging low, almost a little bit like a low baseball swing, and gonna use Warhammer. I'm gonna burn an inspo to reroll that. 13. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna burn my last inspo.
Alright.
Reroll that. Okay, so 17 is what I finally ended up with.
Roll for damage, that's awesome.
I'm all out of inspos. And I would like to, along with my damage roll, activate my battle maneuver trip attack. So I'll add a 1d6 to it. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die. In this case, since it is part of the battle maneuver feat that I took, it is a 1d6 instead of a 1d8. To attempt to knock the target down, you add the superiority die to the attack damage roll, and if the target is larger or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw, which is, the DC is 8 plus proficiency, 10 plus strength, so it'd be a 13. On a failed save, you knock the target prone.
Okay. Please roll that damage for me.
Okay. Eight, but we'll add a 1d6 to it.
Full inspo for you there, Flynn.
Thank you. Okay, so it's 12 damage altogether, and now he has to make a strength saving throw to see if he can...
Actually, it does not. And please tell us why that is.
So, Flynn runs up and swings with a baseball swing, and he's kind of aiming for his legs, but he stopped a little too short, and so his swing misses the legs, comes up, and just straight up tears the Gnoll's whole head off as he just fucking home run batter swings with his Warhammer.
Okay. Alright. I like it. And it just, like, even the body through the sheer force just flies back several feet, slamming into the wall, just blood kind of going out everywhere from it. Alright, so that is movement, action, bonus action. Unless there's extra spare movement that you have, I think that's your turn.
I will also, I will action surge!
Oh, yeah! There we go!
And I'm gonna move the rest a little bit more up to the big guy.
Yeah!
And I'm gonna take
I am
another
gonna
swing
have
at
you
him.
roll athletics, because that's a real steep climb there.
Oh, okay. Athletics.
Parkour.
Gotcha. Ha. That is a 16. What I got for
You
it.
just leap up that and ready your attack. Please roll.
Okay. Nice. I got a 23.
Roll for damage.
Okay. And ooh, I got an 8 for damage.
All right. All right. You swing it up and you catch it in the chest. A little bit of blood and spittle comes out and it grimaces at you, gripping the bow tightly but reaching back to grab the glaive. And I believe that's your turn?
Yeah, that will be the end of my turn.
Damn!
Awesome.
With that, Hetty, you just like snuck around to one and watched a tree fall on it. But there's a
Let's
number of
take a-
gnolls around you still. What are you going to do?
Yeah. All right. So, this is one of our guys. The one
This
I'm
is one of the
pinning?
civvies.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Sweet. Okay. I think I'm going to go for this guy over here. Let me see how far he is. I did the measurement before. Yeah, I can do
Yep,
it.
you can bonus action to get up there.
I can. Okay. So I'm gonna get right up on that guy. Oh, no. Yes. Alright, there we go. And then... Can I... Sorry. I don't understand how the actions happen yet, so I'm
No
gonna
worries.
ask every time. Can I attack now or not?
Yes, you can attack, but you're only going to get to use your main hand. You can only
One.
attack with the
Okay.
offhand when you're... but you already
Have
used
a
your
bonus
bonus action, so...
Okay. Alright, then
Yeah,
I
please
will
roll that attack.
Yaks. Alright. Oh, nope, wrong button. Oh. Okay, so I did roll to hit. Okay, so I got a 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
I
Meaning,
I'm
do you
gonna
have
burn
any
an
inspiration
inspiration.
die or anything you can add
I-
to that?
do. I have several inspiration die, actually, apparently.
If you have any
I'm gonna
numbered
burn.
one, or you can reroll
No,
it.
I think I have a bunch of full ones.
Cool. You can always re-roll that if you'd like.
Alright. Alright, give me something good. Oh, sweet. Okay, so 23.
Is that a natural 20?
No,
Okay.
it was a 19.
That succeeds. Please roll for damage.
Ready. There we go. Like it's 1d. Okay. 7.
All right. Running forward, you brandish your axe and you score. And as it's kind of aiming, you catch it completely unawares and score a clean hit right along the side, tearing through a bit of its hide and its armor. Lets out a low growl and looks over with this wild expression of surprise at you. And that is movement, action, bonus action, so that is your turn.
Hi. Hi.
Drax is straight up not having a good time. So he's just going to disengage and go over here to try to like defend the people. That brings us back to our resident badass paladin, Grom.
I'm going to move up to this guy. And as I move in, I'm just going to shout, "Get the civilians in the wagon and get it moving! Run them down if you need to." And then I'm going to swing on the big guy.
Please roll to attack.
That is a 1. That hurts a lot.
Do you have any inspiration or anything that you would like to use?
I do. I think I'll
Okay,
use
go.
a D10 I got. Where are you at? So that's a 5.
So,
Are we adding that 5 to the 6 or?
it would be it does get added to it. Unfortunately, it still does not succeed. So, you bring your weapon down, and it just effortlessly bats it away with the glaive and just stares you right in the eye. And within a low growl, it leans in.
No. No.
I hurt you. It utters in common. Is there anything else you'd
Good,
like
you
to do?
can talk, so you can understand when I fuck your face.
And it growls again. Yeah, good. And that is his turn, so he's gonna take a couple swings at you.
Owie.
Are you still up after 14?
So his second attack doesn't hit me.
Oh, it does not?
No, because I have 18 for AC.
Ooh, good for you. Okay, so he gets you for 6 damage then.
I kind of flinch, just like, you call that a hit?
Back on the other map here. This one is going to take a couple swings at Flynn. Does a 5th... Flynn... the second does not succeed.
Nope.
But the first one, it crack brings the glaive down with this thundering, and you can feel the crunch in your shoulder under the force of it as you take 8 points of damage. And the second one, it swings down, and you bring up your warhammer and you catch it and throw the attack off, and it growls low at you. And actually, let me check a couple things here. 1, okay, and
I growled back.
All right, with that, so we are, yep, okay. All right, so we're gonna go. Okay, that hits. Nope. Nope. Yes, okay. And Hetty, so the Gnolls all go out, and in another fierce clash, you can hear all of the roars, the growls, the cries of people, cries of battle, cries of terror, all just kind of ringing in your ears all over. And Hetty, the one that you slash, bites you in the arm and tears a bit. You take 5 points of damage. A guard takes another nasty hit. And the guards are going to try to do, I'd say, what they do best, but truly they haven't been doing their best. Well, I guess they tried their best, but it wasn't very good. Just the sheer terror, the exhaustion setting in, the guards are barely able to hold their weapons. Back here, the guards are going to disengage as an action. And start hopping in and trying to grab some other people, shouting out, "Right, you hit the man! Inside the fucking wagon! Now!" And the people kind of clambering away are starting to stop and trying to, like, turning around, trying to load back into the wagon. at that moment, Grom, you just took a hit, and you see just a movement just past your eyes, and some kind of whirls around to the other side, and he's brandishing his weapon. He's like, I'm here with you, don't worry. And scores a couple of good hits against it, flanking, so, you have a moment where you can kind of see that, like, hey, you're starting to turn the tide against this thing. Oh, this one's going to come over. And it catches him for another 4. And all these civvies all just, yes, sir! Listening to the guard all pile into the wagon. And it continues to go.
Sweet.
Drawing out of the field of battle. Back over to this map. Oh wait, no. So all of the adventurers are kind of whirling around, brandishing weapons, but they're just clashing with the Gnolls, and it's a back and forth where there's no real clear winner in that momentary skirmish. Zell, just mere moments ago, you got approached by another Gnoll. Their numbers are thinning quickly, though. It looks like you guys might just come out on top of this thing. It is your turn. What are you going to do?
Put my longbow back over my shoulder and I'll unsheath my 2 short swords.
Excellent.
And I'll attack the Gnoll in front of me.
Beautiful. Please roll those attacks.
Okay. Both 24 rolls.
Are those natural 20s?
No.
Okay. Well, those both hit. Please roll for damage.
Okay. The first weapon hits for 6 damage.
Excellent.
And the second one does not include the bonus, right?
That's
so
correct,
it's
yes.
2 damage.
Does she have 2-weapon fighting, though?
I don't think so. Unless you put them in your...
The way I understand it is I can use my bonus attack for the second.
Yes,
the
you
second
can.
weapon.
That's correct. I can't remember if you had 2-weapon fighting or not on your character, though. So you can always attack with 2 weapons. If you have 2-weapon fighting, you get to add your modifier to that offhand attack.
I don't think I have it, because I remember it saying I get that. I can choose that later on.
Yeah, I think you get that.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, you get that eventually, but I don't think you've got that yet.
Gotcha.
But nonetheless, you fell the Gnoll before you. Please tell us what happens.
As I sling my bow back over my shoulder, I do like a quick draw with my swords and just kind of slash upwards, and it just slashes his front.
And it just blood sprays up, and it just falls backwards lifelessly. If there's any movement that you would like to make, you can.
I'm going to stay right where I am so I can keep an eye on. I have a good vantage point from where I am.
All right, solid. And with that, that brings us to these guys. Oops. Oh, no, I messed that up earlier, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that on this map. So these guys are going to go ahead and... Unfortunately, another guard does go down. One of the adventurers takes a nasty hit. And the Gnoll beside you, Hetty, goes for another bite, but you're quick enough that you kind of sidestep, going back just a moment, but unfortunately it's right then that an arrow catches you, dealing 8 damage. Are you still up?
I believe yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, pretty low though.
And it scrapes by, kind of along by your ribs, and you can feel a sharp, hot pain as it goes through, but you're still up. You're still fighting. That brings us to Flynn. It is your turn. Hetty, you're on deck next.
Okay. Flynn's in front of the target he wants to engage. But I will try to chug a potion as a bonus action.
All right, please roll.
Okay, so that was potion of healing. That is 2d4 plus 2. Vingus, we got heal for 5.
All right. You take a quick little justice swig and you feel better, ready for violence.
Hell yeah.
And the best
All
part
right,
is,
and-
it's not grape flavored.
Oh.
No, but you can feel that cool sensation of the potion washing down, but as it hits the pit of your stomach, you can feel a warmth building, with a breath, your vitality restoring. Wounds seeming almost distant. The pain's still there, but you don't care. You're ready, willing, able to fight through.
And then I take a swing. And it is a 16, but I'm going to roll my d10 inspo to add to it.
Excellent.
Okay, so that is an added 8, which is going to bring it up to 24
Please roll for damage.
to hit. Okay. And that'll be 5 damage.
Score another solid knock against it, just kind of whap, going for the head, but it goes to kind of block, but it misses, and crunch, you get in the arm. It is now bloodied. That's your turn?
Yes, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Hetty, it is your turn.
Yep.
Looks like things are going pretty well, but you've taken a couple nasty hits, and that one over there, two
and
of
I
them have
haven't.
it out for you.
All right. Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Remember that you have 2 potions, and you can either use the bonus action to chance the heal, or you can use a full action to get all 10 hit points of it.
There we go. I just wanted to update my health points really quick because I forgot to do it on Roll20. Okay. I think. Let's see. The guy in front of me, how injured does he look? Is that a gnoll? What is that?
It is a gnoll, yes. It's one of the ones with the bows. He's fairly injured, taking a hit, but still has a fair bit of fight left in him.
Okay. I'm being decisive. I think. Sorry, I've been
Totally fine.
indecisive. Okay. All right, I think so. Can I do one attack and then down a potion as a bonus action?
Absolutely.
Is that
yeah.
how that works? All right, let's do that.
Please roll your attack.
Yeah. All right. Out of 10, I'm going to burn another inspiration.
Excellent. Please re-roll.
Yeah. All right. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 just succeeds.
All right. Fuck yeah. Oh, sweet. I got 8.
It is now bloodied.
Okay, and then you said 2d4?
Yep, you roll 2d4 and then add 2.
Okay, so or let's see if I did that correct. And then plus 2, so 9 total.
Nice, good roll. Excellent. So
Yeah, fuck yeah.
you take a swig and just you can feel strength returning to you. The pain becoming almost not numb, but just distant. And with one well-placed slash, you get him across the chest, and the gnoll is hunched over a bit, blood oozing from a wound, but still has some fight left in it. And I believe that's your turn. Drax is going to come over here, and he is going to kind of move up and wanting to try to like support everybody and, you know, help out. And seeing that Hetty's been in a little bit of danger from some of those guys up there. Hetty,
Nice.
right as you slash it, you see it whirls around and it opens its mouth again to bite at you. And right at that moment, this searing ball of flame catches it and pops flesh and eye out in this sizzling, fiery mass as it howls once more in pain and collapses to the ground. As Drax sits there breathing heavily. Take that, you furry bastards. And again holsters his wand. That brings us to Grom over on the other map. It is your turn. The big guy has proven to be no slouch, but Anselm is there, and the two of you are giving it the fight of its life. However, also behind you, the others are retreating, and you do remember the words that you'd spoken to your comrades. To get out as soon as you can. Do you go back with the others, or do you finish what you started here? It's your turn.
Yeah, I'm a little hurt. But Ansem is also kind of pinned between a rock and a shooty place. So I'm gonna take another swing at the big guy.
Please roll with advantage as you are flanking him.
So we got a 17. Is my highest one.
That succeeds.
Cool. Would I? Where are you?
You motherfucker. Don't.
Would I be allowed to burn up a spell slot for smite?
Yes, you can. Fuck.
2d8.
I forgot you get that at level 2. So it's how much damage from the attack?
So it's 7 for smite, and I'm doing single-handed, so 17 damage.
It is now bloodied.
It swings, and just the glow of this nameless entity that he struck a deal with helps him carve the blade just a little deeper into the Gnoll. Just, that's how you hit somebody, you big shit.
Nice. And it's looking very weakened, but it has the feral look of a creature backed into a corner. And you know, Grom, that those are often the most dangerous. As it's going to attempt to prove right now.
Oh boy.
Uh, 14 damage.
Oh damn. Yep, that will knock me down.
And it crack once across the face. You step back a couple of times, and then right in the shoulder. Everything in your peripheral vision begins to blur and grow dark. You try to muster another attack, raising your blade, but it sinks it in further, and it pulls you in, and it just weak, and throws you, and as you fall back, the canopy of the trees and the gray sky above, everything begins to fade to black for you.
Damn. Bastard.
Okay, first one misses, second one. 6 to Flynn, are you still up?
+6 to me. Yes, I am still up.
All right. It swings down, and you watch carefully as it's kind of arcing it, and you duck just under. And you're readying a counterattack, but it kind of comes in, and it brings the glaive, whirls it above its head, and kind of does a feint, and brings it around and catches you, dealing 6 points of damage as you feel a crush against your right side. And these
You'll have
guys...
to try harder than that if you want me to die. Here.
Nice! A couple arrows fly harmlessly above. This last guard here, he's still doing all right, so he's going to do his best. Takes out the gnoll behind you and just... How many are left?
3 by my count, I think. Is there more
Paragons,
hiding in the trees?
shield us. This guard, he's gonna provoke an attack of opportunity to drag you out of here, Grom. Let's see if this costs him everything. Misses. As everything's fading, you see a shape, something grabbing, and you're being pulled. And then the glaive barely whiffing by whatever it is. He can't drag you all the way, though. He can only get you to about there.
So he's gonna just flail a hand weakly.
And actually... Hey! Can Ansem get a point of inspiration? It technically helps them. I'll give that a second to see if something happens. That'd be crazy. Yeah, look at that D12 right there. That's pretty crazy. And bam, that kicks him up to just meeting. Boom, takes him down. And he's going to just straight run back to get back to everybody. It's going to provoke an attack of opportunity. And he takes a nasty hit as he turns around. Just kind of jabbed right between the shoulders of the spear. With a slight limp. Runs and also kind of grabs Grom to help carry him. He's like, let's get him out of here. We can't afford to. Back over here. Not a lot of gnolls left here, so. As they weakly fight on, the civvies are going to run and just try to collect along the horses. And all just kind of piling into here. Sorry, goodness gracious. These guys are going to just stand on business here for a second. Okay, these guys handle some shit.
Nice.
I'm actually going to use your crit on this guy. And there's this moment of confusion where the gnolls are looking around, and the thing about the chaos of combat is so much happens in just a few seconds that the gnolls are looking around and realizing that within less than a quarter of a minute, give or take, you guys have decimated their forces.
Yeah.
Zell, you can see they're looking around, possibly contemplating retreat. What are you going to do? It's your turn.
I'm gonna take my longbow back out and shout to Flynn. watch on your left, and I'll take a shot at the big bad boss.
Excellent.
Flynn's gonna hunker down to the side a little bit.
Go ahead and roll that attack.
19.
Roll for damage.
12 damage plus Hunter's Mark. Why aren't you rolling? Can't make this roll a d6. It only... Oh, there it goes. Okay. 5 more damage.
All right. It is almost gone, and you see that it's starting to back away, definitely ready to retreat. That is your action. You can move if you would like to.
I'll stay where I am. I'm good.
Right. I don't think there are any of these guys left. Yeah, no, this one's going to chase. This one is going to go ahead and take a shot. Anselm, damn. And Anselm takes another nasty arrow. He's bloodied.
Damn, that's what it took to bloody him? I saw that guy get hit like 3 times in the first battle for some serious damage.
I gave you guys beefy people to soak up hits for you. Flynn, the commander here is just about gone. You went toe-to-toe and you're still standing. But is he? It's your turn. What are you going to do?
I think one of us ain't gonna walk out of this battlefield alive. It ain't gonna be me. As pair a big swing. Ooh yeah. That's a 24.
Roll for damage, please.
That'll be a 6.
I'm going to show this card momentarily, but not quite yet.
Okay.
Tell us what happens.
Oh. Yes, Flynn just like just starts fucking slamming his warhammer into the big Gnolls' leg to like basically kind of with his warhammer almost like chop at him until he keeps coming down further and further until he just starts beating on his midsection until he goes down finally.
Oh, and it just lets out one sickening final gasp. Is there any movement you would like to do?
Yeah, I will. Guess I will move. Second, let me make sure. Moving down the cliff wouldn't have. Well, it's okay. I don't need to move down the cliff. Damn it. Alright. So move up here, and then I'm gonna move over here to flank this Gnoll.
Excellent. My apologies. Can I just have like 1 minute real quick? I have been drinking so much water, you guys.
Yeah.
And this combat encounter ended up being so much longer than I thought. I'll be right back, and then we can just continue the encounter. I won't make us do a full 5 minute break. I just need a second.
He needs to go pop off a Wizaroonie. He didn't say it, so I'll say it for him. Damn, Stoic. It's a real fucking Bash the Stampede move. I didn't think it was possible to save both fronts, but you proved me wrong.
Same.
I'm just glad that turned out as well as it did. Because holy. Grom is definitely getting too old for these kind of exciting adventures, though.
I'd be in a lot worse shape if that big Gnoll was actually landing both of its attacks every turn.
So one thing I was hoping he wouldn't do in that second one, I'm just like, alright, I'll be fine as long as he misses one. Did not happen.
It's okay. I know how it'd be with you, Stoic. Even surrounded by vicious, bloodthirsty enemies,
Thank
somehow
you.
you always
My apologies.
end up being the most intimidating thing on the battlefield somehow.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
All my characters are secretly crazy.
No, some of them aren't secretly crazy.
So that resolves Flynn's turn. Hetty, you've taken some nasty hits, but it looks like there is only one Gnoll left.
Mm-hmm.
Against
Yeah,
all odds,
and
you
I
guys
have
have
that
beaten
healing-
them back.
And I took that healing potion, so I'm gonna go ahead and run up on this one and do my 2 attacks.
Excellent. Please roll your attacks.
A 15 with the hand axe.
Connects. Please roll for damage.
All right. 6 total. And then the other
Well,
attack with the hammer.
About
sorry.
that hammer attack, it ain't needed. Please tell us why.
Well, you see, I'm sure this guy's a little flustered. There's someone behind him, someone in front of him, and then someone comes up to the side of him and just brings that axe right down on his head. And with a sickening crunch, he falls to the ground. And I say, okay, let's get on this carriage and let's go.
All right, so that'll be your turn. I'm going to use Drax's turn to step forward. I almost can't believe it. We drove them back. But wait, what about Grom and the others? We should get out of harm's way, but we got to meet up with them, right?
I can stay behind and wait for the second carriage and see if I can see him. And if it looks bad, then I'll get on the second carriage and get out with you guys.
I'll stick around with Hetty. What's most important is getting these carriages moving. We just have to hope that Grom managed to hold his own back there.
Well, we're going to want to keep some of us up here in case there's any more of them out there. We don't know if this was the last of them.
That's why we need to keep the wagons moving. There could be more of them out there.
Questions abound as we turn the page over to Grom. Grom, do not roll a death saving throw in chat. I would like you to roll that and message me directly what the result of that roll is.
Wait, us or
Just
the
No.
audience?
because
He's rolling
he's
privately
down,
to
so he has
Nick.
to roll a death saving throw.
Gotcha. Sorry, I heard audience, so I was like, which one?
How am I gonna roll that? That's a new one for me.
Audience, you've been down. Roll a death saving throw.
So Grom, if you go to roll 20, you can go /W, and then I think Baron. Let me see if I can, so /W, and I'll go Grom. Oh, I can't remember how to do that. If you can use a dice rolling app or roll your own dice and just message me on Discord.
I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem.
What would it just be a D20?
Okay, try /GM roll. I think that might be it. /GM roll 1d20 plus. Yep, /GM roll. That does it. Thank you very much.
Too many windows open.
So, Grom, in your moments of teetering on the verge of life and death, what memories go through your mind?
First thing that goes through his head is his daughter, knowing she's out there in someone else's hands. Goes back a little further to the catastrophe that happened at his home, the lives it took, why he's out here in the first place. Then he thinks to his wife. Big, strong as an orc can be. Then he thinks to that starry-eyed stranger. Just another chance.
Grom, I need you to clarify something for me. What armor are you wearing?
Chainmail armor.
Because you're being dragged, I'm not currently counting you as prone. And because you are unconscious, your bonus for having a shield on does not apply. Grom, when you are unconscious, damage is not calculated as normal. Please mark 1 death saving throw failed. As the gnoll runs over and, growling, hits you with 1 arrow and begins to retreat.
Damn.
And you, as everything goes black, memories bubbling up to the surface, real and some fantasy conjured by your mind's dying moments. You can't tell what is going on. Now, Ansem will help you get in there, and he's going to come down this way, and he's on business for this guy. Is that good enough for a normal gnoll? No, he's not. He just weakly swings and yells to the others. Grom needs help. Get him out of here. There's a tense moment. A hesitation. Here's somebody shut up. But you're in no shape to... I said get him out of here! And the wagon goes silent. As with the flicking of the leather reins, the horses begin to trot away, quickly driving it away. For the people in front, the other wagons come around momentarily. But it's a tense bit of time. Hetty, I believe you had expeditious retreat, so you were just dashing back.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I'm going to need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Alrighty. Okay. Alright. So remind me, the saving throw, I just click on Constitution?
Yeah. Actually, the saving throws should be... Let me look at a character sheet here. They'll be... So it's not con. There's a little saving throws part just below where the stats are.
Okay. That's... Okay. Oh. My god, it was right in front of me. Okay. Okay. I don't know why it's not...
Wait, is she actually trying to run back to the other battlefield?
I'm gonna just check on him. and get on the second carriage if I
Well,
can't see him or if it looks bad. So I'm
I said I
trying
was
to
going
do
to
it,
stack
and
with
it's
Hetty, so I'm going to try to keep up with her.
I need you to roll a con saving throw too then.
I am so sorry. I am clicking on it and it is telling me about Constitution saving throws and it is not rolling for me. It looks like it's the same modifier, so I'm just gonna click on Constitution.
Yeah,
that's okay.
if you click the whatever the plus is next to it, it should roll from there.
You know what? It's just telling me about Constitution now. Like, ugh.
Weird.
Okay, hang on. 1, 3, 20.
So if you're in the saving throws area, you
No,
just click
damn
on the number next to the con.
I
Like the
did,
+3.
and it pulled up a whole dialogue, and it's telling me about Constitution saving throws. I'm
Oh,
like,
it was
thanks for
doing
telling
that to
me.
me last time.
Oh,
I
huh.
had to reload it.
Thanks
a
for
couple
telling me. I
times.
need you to do it, not tell me about it.
Right.
Okay. All right, let me see if this works. All right, there you go. Oh, Jesus. All right, well, you see what it is.
Hetty, you're running along, and maybe it's because you're dashing at such like an elevated pace, a quickened sprint that your body just isn't used to.
Mm-hmm.
But you manage to. It's about the midpoint. Flynn, you fall behind, but you're able to just keep a good steady pace in your armor. In spite of your wounds, you're just able to keep moving forward. But you guys do make it to about that midpoint as the last carriage is coming up.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
So you meet the carriage at about that midpoint.
Okay.
And real quick, this is where I want to check. How's everybody doing? Do you guys want to take like a 5-minute break or anything? Are we doing okay?
Uh,
I'm good.
are we gonna have? When's our next break, or is this the break we get for the session?
I was going to offer the break right now, or we can go longer. Whatever works good for you guys.
I would love a 5.
Excellent.
That's all right.
Totally good.
All right.
But yes, so I'll just throw a quick hook out before we take our 5. So as the carriage draws forward, the people in there are terrified. You can see some of them eyes wet with tears. And the numbers lower than you would have thought. And some nowhere to be seen. And there you see the unconscious figure of Grom. And let's go ahead and take 5 right there. All right, everybody. We will be back in just a couple minutes. Boy, sure was a pretty rough fight with all those Gnolls, right? You know what's even worse than getting stabbed by Gnolls? Is playing Raid Shadow Legends. Now, when it comes to D&D, you can take a pretty generic fight and you can spice it up and make it exciting. What you can't spice up, however, is Raid Shadow Legends. Want to play a game that's a perfect 0 out of 10? Check out our sponsor today. Enter promo code Forever a Loser to unlock a new champion today. We've got at least enough people here that we can reasonably turn on the RP cam again. All right. How you guys doing?
I'm just taking a nap.
Doing good.
Hey, so Grom. I know the last time we had a little something, so here's what I'm going to do to spice things up. Please private message me your con mod for a con saving throw.
Constitution.
Excellent. Because this time, I'm going to roll the next one for you. Okay. And I think that given that it was a couple minutes, we could reasonably have one more.
What are you doing, Nick?
I'm rolling his death saving throws for
you
him.
know what? That makes sense because he's been traveling for at least a couple of minutes as we've been trying to catch back up to him.
All right. Hetty, you look into the wagon. The people are huddled, terrified. One of the guards, wounded himself, looking over the unconscious form of Grom, clinging to life.
All right. So I'm going to hop on. He's on the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get over to him and, I'm going to pull out my last healing potion.
As you pull it out,
And
he gives a cough, spluttering a little bit. As that's con saving throw that I just rolled for you was a natural 20.
Oh, man.
hey, hey. Well,
So
I'm gonna give
powerful, he
him.
got himself back up. Holy shit.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get in close, and I'm going to, instead of shoving the healing potion down his gullet, I'm going to gently. I'm going to say, Grom, can you drink this? It's a healing potion. And I'm going to gently tip it into his mouth so that he can get some healing.
Since you're administering this as an action, just go ahead and take the full 10.
Mm-hmm.
Grom, you're awake. You'd seen like a fever dream. Visions of the past, and yet now, here you are, back in the present. You look around and you can see those that you'd saved. But there's that knowledge of a couple that aren't here. Anselm is not here.
I'm just gonna kind of spudger as he chokes down the healing potion. He's gonna look up ahead. He's like, "I'd kiss you if I wasn't a married man. Where's Handsome? Where are the others? I can get up He's gonna try and lift himself up. We need to go back. I get it.
You're muted right
You are
now,
muted.
Odd.
My apologies. All right, hands on the shoulders, and gonna keep him down because I'm sure he's pretty low on health. And thank you for the no kissing, and you need to sit down. All right, I don't know where he is. I'll go look. You lie down. And I go and I look outside the wagon and see what I can see.
From the vantage point of the wagon, because it had gone down the trail a little bit, you don't see Anselm anywhere.
Flynn was with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call out to Flynn. Flynn,
Yeah. What can? Yeah, Hetty, what's up?
You see Anselm out there?
Flynn's gonna kind of run to the back of the wagon and kind of like put one leg on the back part of it and lift himself up to get as high of a view as he can down towards the back.
Roll perception for me, please, and take advantage. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'll do a little...
And just got a 13. Right. Oh.
Oops, damn it. I was trying to do something cool. I thought I'd be real sneaky. So a 13. You don't find Anselm, no. But you see several fallen gnolls. And there's a small pile of them. And sticking up is a long handle attached to a curved spear. The one that you've identified as Anselm's.
I don't see him anywhere, but I do see Isle of Dead Gnolls. What looks like his weapon. Damn.
I'm gonna call to the driver to slow down for a sec. It's like, hey, slow down. Let's make sure that we can get our last one. I'm gonna take a look out. Where is he? The spear?
Over there, sticking out of a pile of gnolls.
All right. Since I
I don't
still got
imagine-
my... Okay. You go first.
Oh, I don't imagine he'd be the type to drop his weapon while he's still alive.
He might be unconscious, but still alive. Let's go. I'm going to go check on him, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to, while the wagon's a little bit slowed, I'm going to run over there and look for Anselm and see if I can pick him up if he's still alive. Even if he's dead. Let's get him back to his family or whatever. His dog.
Flynn's kind of gonna hop down on the wagon. He's gonna try to keep kind of a middle distance between the wagon and Hetty,
Mm-hmm.
just in case there's still enemies about, so he
Hetty.
can move to protect either.
As you draw closer, you see something, a movement, a small shape. You get a little closer and there's gnolls piled up. Dead, recent kills. The spear, it was a little harder to see from another angle, but it's kind of sticking out of the ground, and his hand is limply clutching it. And you see Anselm on the other side. A small figure. The puppy from before. Nuzzling against his face. But he does not move.
Oof. All right. I'm going to see... How big is he?
Medium-sized guy, fairly big. Probably going to be close, with equipment and everything, probably close to 200 pounds. You know, armor and all that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see what I'm working with for strength 15. Okay. Off the
You'd
top of my head,
logically
I
be able
don't
to carry
remember.
him.
Okay. I'm gonna
Because,
see
yeah,
if I
general,
can.
like, carrying capacity is going to be, like, 15 times your strength score.
Okay.
225, but then again, you've
Oh.
also got gear on you, too, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to see if I can quickly hoist him up. And at least, if it's a corpse, at least we can get his body home. Should I roll strength or
Please roll athletics for me.
athletics? Okay. All right, I got 2 total. I'm going to let me see how many inspiration I have. I think I've already done 2, and it's my last one. This is the one I got from the recap. All right, I rolled the 12. That's what I'm working with.
You're not able to efficiently do it, but you're at least able to drag him out. And you can't, like, full-on carry him, but you're able to, like, sort of take one of his arms, put it over your shoulder. And as you're lifting him up, the puppy keeps watching and sort of does little circles and is watching curiously.
But it's following, I assume.
If
All right,
Flynn,
I called a Flynn to help.
Yeah, if Flynn sees her carrying the body out, he'll move to help her. Is he alive?
I don't know. Let's just get him on the wagon and we'll check. Do you got any healing potions left?
I got one left.
All right.
The dog
So we're just
continues
gonna
to follow
teamwork
along.
it. All right, we're gonna teamwork it to the wagon, get him on, and then check his vitals.
Damn idiot! He handed out all of his potions to us. He didn't leave any for himself.
He might not have had time to drink one.
Grum's gonna kind of lean towards the back and just hold out his hand. Bring him here. I've still got some hands to deal.
All right, yep. We're gonna get him onto the wagon. Because I'm assuming the wagon slowed down for us. We're gonna get him on and then get the wagon moving at a more reasonable speed to get out of here.
Flynn will scoop
And
up
we'll
his
take-
doggo and place him in the wagon as well.
It's a somber and quiet ride, the creaking of the wheels, the clop of hooves upon earth, and the low whisperings from the people. How many could still be out there? How could this be happening? And then the constant and slow whine of the puppy, trying to nuzzle its owner awake, but with no success.
Did Grom do the lay on hands yet?
How much
Or
you spending,
did we check
Grom?
his vitals?
Can I actually check for like even a weak pulse?
Please roll medicine for me.
Listen. And if it's not good, I will. I got an 18.
You're not sure if it's a very weak pulse or if it's just movement from the lurching in the wagon. You think you feel something, but you're just not sure.
I'm just gonna just. Shite. Damn bastard. Taking on that many of those damn things. And I'm going to spend 5 points of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My lay on hands. Get up, soldier. You're not done here.
Through that moment of recognition, bravery, self-sacrifice, you channel not just a healing power, but an earnest desire to get another soldier up, to not have another one left behind on this day. The puppy looks up at you and watches down at him, head cocked, curiously watching, and as the soft glow of your healing dissipates, it nuzzles its owner, tail wagging excitedly, waiting for a reaction. One that does not come. Let's check over with Zell for a moment, shall we? Zell, I believe you were staying up at the head of the caravan, along with Drax, to keep an eye on people?
Yeah, let's say that. Zella has a very solemn look on her face. She's very quiet and just doing her duty to keep an eye out, but also internally she's just trying to process what's going on with all the battle having just commenced. She has a lot on her mind, but she's just solemn-faced.
And you can see Drax just... he's surveying and just looks like he has deep contemplation on his face. As though trying to make sense of something senseless. I would like you also, please, if you could, Zell, roll knowledge nature for me. Take advantage based on your background.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna be a 16.
You've faced off against Gnolls before. They attack, yes. Tactics pretty basic. Usually they just swarm. This doesn't seem normal. A coordinated, multi-part pincer strike like this, it isn't adding up.
With that, Zell will hop into the wagon and to speak with Flynn and Hetty and Grom, and just she'll say, "You all, like, something's wrong. I've seen Gnolls in the wild before. They don't attack like this. They're not usually this coordinated. They're not usually this numerous unless... I don't know. I haven't... Something's wrong. Something is off about this. And it worries me."
And it's about that time, the wagon had come forward and you were able to hop in with them. But there's a solemn moment. Grom, you had used your lay on hands on Anselm, and moments had passed. There was just no change. The puppy looks sadly up at you and back down. And your heart drops for a moment as, in the end, you just weren't fast enough. Or so you would have thought as his eyes weakly open up. Just above a whisper says, "Took you long enough."
Oh my god, Flynn, get that healing potion that you had?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Zell will
Alright.
take out her healing potions too. Here, I have 2. Here, I don't need them.
Save them.
Just this.
Perfect.
I'm
gonna
afraid. I will be fine. He weakly tries to lean up a bit, but just can't muster the strength. But
Oh,
I'm no use in a fight now. I'm afraid it's gonna be up to all of you if there's anything else out there. He grins over to Grom. "Thank you, though, friend. I can't believe it. We actually managed to save them all. At least almost all of them."
Don't get excited yet, boy. And he's going to take one of the potions he had been giving and force it into Handsome's hands. It's like, if you can either drink this yourself, or I will pour it down your throat. But you are going to walk out of here. Even if I have to put you on the end of my boot to do it.
Calm down.
Yeah.
You'll get more gray hair.
Stop trying to be a hero. The graveyards are already full of them. We don't need you dying needlessly.
You hit him more than I did. Can't have you dying and leaving me to swing at these idiots.
Did enough to save your sorry asses at least, right?
Damn straight you did.
The dog.
Now,
I'm
come
glad
on,
you're
drink
alive,
up.
Handsome.
Where's Boomy? Ah. He weakly clutches the dog in, who's just like full body tail wagging right now.
Aww.
And it's about this point that Zell had gotten in, as we did a quick little flashback there on the trip in. And Zell, you had just relayed that news. And the moment of almost peace, of celebration, once again grows dire and serious.
So. Oh, well, how do we know how far we are from Belistrad?
You're still at least a good couple of weeks out.
All right. Then we need to be just on guard and somehow get that information to the other wagons so they can be on guard too.
I haven't fought against too many Gnolls. You sure, Zell? They're usually not that organized?
In my homeland, I track them for weeks. Usually they're just nothing more than a pestilence striking with chaos and just sheer number, and sometimes with numbers. If one of their alphas, or I believe they call them a fang, is in the area. But I don't know about those creatures. This is not like anything I've seen in the past.
What they did was all too tactical. Almost a militaristic strike. They took out the front and the back and tried to create a murder box to kill everybody else in the middle.
All right. So I'm going to suggest, and of course, if any of you soldiers have better instinct on this than old country girl me, at least one of us needs to be on the lookout outside the wagon. How are we going to get a message to the other wagons?
We should tighten our ranks, pull closer together. We might be stepping on each other's toes, but it would be easier to cover the lot of us instead.
All right.
Looking and seeing everybody else in pretty rough condition, especially Grom. Flynn is going to chug his other healing potion. Be like, right, I think I'm in the best condition to keep a lookout. Do I just get the full 10 from that, don't I, Nick?
Correct, yes.
Okay. And so Flynn is going to either walk alongside the wagon or kind of like hold on to the side while kind of with like 1 foot on, riding it on the side of it to kind of. No, I guess I guess Flynn would, because he can only keep an eye on one side if he rides on the side of it. So he'd horses move faster.
All right. I guess I'll go up to the driver and inform him what's going on, that the attack was a little bit too tactical and we need to try to catch up to the second wagon so that we can inform them, and the second wagon can inform the first wagon so that we can all be on guard and all be not taken by surprise.
So I guess Flynn would actually just like hop up front next to the driver So
Oh,
he can
okay.
keep an
Sorry.
eye from there. No,
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
well, he would stay outside the wagon to keep an
Mhm.
eye on things, but the wagon for sure probably moves faster than him. And if he tried to
Mhm.
hang on to like one side of it, he'd only have vision on just that
Mhm.
one side. So he has to be
Mhm.
somewhere where he can keep up with it and still have a pretty full view of everything.
And we can say
Mhm.
too that you still could just go to the front and communicate that to the driver as well, Hetty.
Okay.
And you can see the driver kind of tightly grips the reins. Their eyes dart around warily. So then, you don't think there's more of them out there?
We don't know, but we're going to get through it, and being aware, we're going to stay safe.
Right.
We're doing well. We're healed up, and they retreated before, so they might not be coming back. Let's just focus on getting ahead. You're doing great. Thank you.
Okay, to the
Hi.
next wagon then.
Hi
Kitty.
there.
Well, hey, kitty kitty.
So,
Hi, you coming
with a
in?
quick flick of the reins, they pick up the pace. And you can see, not too far distance up ahead, the next wagon. Flynn, I'm going to need you to please roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
While he does that, I would like to drink my other potion and hop off.
Nice. I got an 18 this
Excellent.
Hi.
You're looking around, and a day like today is the sort of day that can make a person see things in the shadows. Every gust of wind, every bit of small game, every movement in the grass, your eyes just hyper in tune with everything around you. And every little thing, it's almost enough to make you feel jumpy, reactive to everything. You can't help be on guard. You have to be. You can't be caught unaware like that again. And it's just everything from today, the fight, the fatigue gnawing at you now. Sounds of battle back in the forest before. The stench of blood, you can still smell it on you. A reminder of a soldier's life. Another movement you watch. A trick of the eye, you can't be sure, so it's hard to calm your nerves. But then you smell something. No, you're sure of that. Gunpowder. I need everybody to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, hell yeah. Nat 20.
All right.
And 16.
Damn. Nice one.
So this is where I want to say it, and just roll with it. A nat 20 can free you from some stuff, but not all consequences. So bear with me.
I know.
I had to do this because I had to think on my feet this morning for what I'm going to do.
Nick's just like, you'll never make it out of this forest alive.
Oh, and I need to roll for Drax, don't I? 1 second. Oh, fuck. Okay, Cowabunga it is.
Never felt more just dread overhearing Cowabunga in my life.
So, everybody who rolled a 15 or over takes no damage. Anybody who rolled, and let me do a collective roll for the people in the carts and Anselm. Okay, Anselm, I see you. Oh shit, let me see something.
Oh no, he's gonna get the dog.
No, he rolled high enough to save the dog. I think I'm gonna go with let's base
No,
it
no,
off of
no.
that.
If Nick hurt the dog, he would have to look Boomy in the eyes.
She's right here. She's so good.
And he doesn't want to do that.
So, there's a thundering bang and a flash of light around you. And almost in an instant, it's so quick. So hard to respond, but some of you jump away, bringing others with you. A couple of you caught in the thick of it, though, as you take 8 points of fire damage. But everything kind of flashes white. There's a piercing ring that racks your head, and as the dazzling light begins to fade, your vision is blurry. And you're so distorted, so discombobulated from it that you look around, you're all there, on the ground. You try to get up, but the ringing, the blast, it was just so loud. And you look around, supplies scattered everywhere along the road in the forest. There's a few people around injured, but you try to collect yourselves. Nobody's down, nobody's dead. The horses ran away. You think you can see their shapes, and weakly you try to muster the strength to crawl over to check in on everybody else, but pain racks your body. And you see another group of gnolls in the distance. And they look ravenous, as though ready to charge forward, claws bared, teeth vicious and scowling at you. And as they're about to go, you hear something muffled, like a call underwater. And they all stop. And they look back. And you see a figure there partially obscured by the thick foliage just off the road, around the base of a moss-covered tree. A large copper face turns to you, framed by dark braided hair. Their mouth curved into a tusked jowl, and a set of bright yellow eyes sweeps across all of you. And there's a tense moment where it looks as though he's speaking something to them. Give me just a second here, my apologies. And he watches and he mutters something. And a couple of the other larger gnolls, come out, and they look and they speak, and you can see their mouths moving, but the ringing, you can't make out anything. The other ones go out. And they start sifting through the supplies that are scattered there, a few people trying to crawl away, and they start flipping them and looking through them. And a few of them they start dragging away. There were people there, some of them that you'd recognized. You also realized that you weren't the only one caught in the blast, but it was the other wagon that you had been approaching as well. And straining your eyes to keep them open, fighting every natural desire to just drift into unconsciousness. You try so hard to get up, but you can see the elf from before, The three dwarves, Malin, Dallin, and Callan. Looks like a couple other folks. A child. And Drax. All being lifted or dragged away by the Gnolls. One of the other ones comes over and it lifts its spear, ready to strike at you, Flynn. And then an arrow pierces through its chest and its eyes roll back and it rolls over. That large figure, a hobkin, looks at them and it mutters something else in order. Gives a nod of its head, and the Gnolls seem to fall in line, dragging away their new captives.
No, Drax. Ah.
And as they go, the ringing begins to die down, but something washes over you. The will of the gods, the hand of fate, or perhaps because somebody drew the world.
Heck yeah.
There is a rule for the world. And I think it's a rule that you're all going to like quite a bit. The world. All resources are fully restored to the party. You are at full HP, you are at full spell slots, and every ability is now back to you.
Hey.
You feel something, some otherworldly force, a moment in life that you just can't explain. As this strength, this vigor is restored to you, you get up and you look around. There are other folks there. The children crying. Arguments about how between others, they have to go, they have to look for the ones taken, but too dangerous. Even one of the other wagons had circled back, hearing the blasts. You can see the others, the Leonin getting out, blades drawn, looking about. The terrified eyes, wide with fear, of Cristiano as he hops out, looking about in the devastation. Another ambush. People taken. Not just the commoners, but also your new friend Drax. But here you stand, your strength restored, and those bastards couldn't have gotten too far. But it's with that I'm going to end tonight's session. All right. Well, hot diggity damn. I promise it won't all be suffering.
I'm looking at you real squinty-eyed right now.
So I'm going to calculate EXP for everybody for tonight. As is tradition, can you guys please award somebody 50 experience? Please say who it is and why. To our folks in the audience, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I would like to extend that to you as well. Please vote for who you would like to see get 50 bonus EXP.
For us
Yep.
to do that as well? Okay.
So you guys just get to choose, like each of you just chooses one person. The audience will get to vote.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start it off. You said 50 bonus EXP? Okay.
Correctamundo.
I'm gonna give it to Grom because there is a thin line between bravery and stupidity, and he somehow managed to walk that line and fucking come out on top. That was actually fucking amazing. Good on you, man.
Thank you, my friend. I will actually give mine to Zell because that hunter's mark at the beginning was so damn cool.
Thank you. I'll give mine to Grom as well. I just want to second what Ray said, and I came into the session knowing that a difficult choice was going to be made, and I wasn't expecting how things worked out because of Grom's just brave stubbornness.
Hell, turns out there was another choice all along. Vash the Stampede.
Oh. Okay. I will. I want to give mine to Flynn. The really handled himself very well in that battle, and good support and rolling with everything.
All right, is that everybody?
Yeah. Marlon's not here, so he can't distribute his bonus experience.
All right. I would like to award you guys 350 EXP for tonight.
Nice.
I know we did call a little bit early tonight, but God damn it, Joe. You all get 25 bonus experience.
4-way tag.
But yeah, I had to call it a little
Wow.
early because I was like, okay, I don't want it to progress too much without Marlon here.
Totally.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Mm-hmm.
Good job on playing Drax, though. Your voice was just
Thank you.
wonderful. I really enjoyed it.
Good job on switching between all those frickin' maps.
That
was
was
chaotic.
exceptionally awesome, Nick.
We need XP for the DM because that was
Honestly.
well done.
Right?
Thank you. But yes, I hope you guys had fun. We'll be back in 2 weeks for another session of this. So yeah, if you had fun in the audience, drop a follow, join the community. We're going to be doing this bi-weekly. I'm going to go ahead and roll the die of destiny to see who I should raid out to. I'm going to go ahead and roll the die of destiny to see. That was Twitch coming through my fucking computer right there. Oh, well, hot damn, Joe, thank you very much for the bits. Appreciate it, Master Destroyer. Yeah, tell you what, do we have anybody who's... you know what, Insomnia Night RPG is going. We'll go ahead and raid out to them. Yeah, alright guys, let's go ahead and say goodnight before I play the credits. It's 2024, art theft is bullshit, so we credit all of our artwork, and we try to keep our wonderful artists booked and blessed. Our music, the playlists tonight are all royalty-free playlists that you can find, and we have them in the credits as well. And yeah, so we'll play some little credits, and we'll play The Pyre by I believe it's Kevin MacLeod, another royalty-free song that we're using just temporarily. Hopefully by next session, our theme from OVP is done, and then we'll have our own theme song, and that'll be a real bitchin'. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and say goodnight.
Good night.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Night, everybody.